so good. Look at that perfect timing. Everyone, welcome to game number 2. Joining with me is not Frostkaren. It is the XLNC's version, Jess, who's got a nice fat logo over her face that I need to fix.
Oh,
I apologize.
My name is apparently Spoods right now.
And you're Spoods as well. I'm so distracted because of all the chaos that was going on. There we go. I'm fixing it right now. I'm so sorry. This is all my fault. NA quality content, guys. NA quality content right here. That's why you sub for this quality content. Fixed. Except we still have the pro draft from last game. We got to take that off too. But we are into game number 2. What am I talking about? Team Grumbus taking on Spoods Monkeys. Probably should add an S in there to make it a little bit better. Spoods Monkeys. And I don't need the second S because it's an apostrophe. I swear I can do this, guys. I know what I'm doing. And we got the sisters band away. Kale and Morgana both taken out. Oh, the dog is ruining a Moo. That's why he's sad. The Moo joined by Batman. He's got a little bit of a friend, the Dark Knight. They can be emo together.
Someone wanted to play with the Amumu.
Hecarim, Thresh banned away. Riven gonna be the follow-up ban by Grumbus. Doesn't look like we're banning 2 specific champions. The Thresh would have been for Caboose. However, he's on the same team that banned away that Thresh, so I'm not exactly sure what the choice is there. Morgana probably banned against Caboose, as he does like to pick that Morgana up. We'll see what the third ban from the side of Spoods Monkeys are, as they're kind of being monkeys with these bans. Maybe they're spelling something, being a little spicy for us as well. We'll find out once all the bans are through. It's going to be a Yorick for the top lane. Decent tank, good split push, but I haven't seen him in forever.
I mean, he can get pretty unstoppable. I've seen him play, so... I mean, it's reasonable. I think this season's a bit more scary right now, though.
Yeah, I think Vladimir is more scary. I think there's a couple people that are a bit more scary than Yorick. Even though he is a nice champion to take off the table, there's others that I would at least prioritize, as Varus is going to be locked in for Kuno. Maybe trading it over, we'll see. As the Barbarian brothers, Darius and Draven, picked up for Spoods Monkeys. I like it. We're going to get a bit of a gladiatorial pit going on here. Grabbing that for the top lane and ADC. We'll see what they also grab. Now, knowing that the ADCs have been picked up, we got ourselves some supports that could come through. I'd like to see something that pairs well with Draven's damage. You could always try to run the crazy Lux route into Draven's flying axes, or you could go for super supportive like a Lulu. What do you think, Jess? What would you run with the Draven?
With the Draven, obviously something hard engage, something crazy. Maybe an Alistair would be pretty cool to see with the knockups and the hard engage. A Zyra with the burst, a Sona. Anything with crazy heavy burst. A Nami would be pretty gross with the knockup CC, AP, and sustain.
Pretty nice, as well as, yeah, that Nautilus getting that buff makes him even stronger. Good engage, and then you can always rely on that ultimate to get those extra knockups in, giving Draven time to either escape or more likely just kill you outright. Juan grabbing the Orianna. That's going to pair nicely in the big 5-man fights that Darius is most definitely going to want to do to get those resets on his ultimate, as Vi is locked in for Aether Rising on the side of Grumbus. Going to be good at the picks, so is that Pike. So they are definitely looking to skirmish and try to grab people that are a little bit caught out. And Vi seeing a little bit of pro play today in today's MSI games. She definitely can be strong. That assault and battery, basically a free engage, but if you fall behind, it's going to be pretty rough for you.
Yeah, it looks like they both are going for pretty hard engage teams. It might be a little bit more risky for the Darius, Draven, and Ori because they have the Varus CC for that ulti to stop them. So at least they have some disengage, some immobilization, and as well as if I can ulti right in onto that Draven, which might be a bit scary for him.
We'll see what they decide to do with that. It's really about timing when it comes to that engage. They heard us on the side of Grumbus. They're listening on the stream. They said, oh, hold on a second. They're talking about that Nautilus. Let's take it away before the side of Spoods Monkeys can pick it up. And with that, that means we're going to have to grab something else for the support. Caboose at the moment hovering the cannon. That would be very odd indeed to run a Kennen support. Maybe it's a Kennen jungle. We'll find out. We know that these are a bit more for fun games. And so, well, we try to run more serious games on Tuesdays. The for fun games are Thursday. Let's play a little bit more standard League of Legends as Zac is the actual locking.
Yeah, I mean, I could see the only way I would have seen Kennen is maybe mid. But it's really unlikely. I haven't seen a mid Kennen in ages.
Definitely good engage, and talk about good pairing with the Orianna. You drop the ball on him before he leaps into the enemy team, grabbing everyone up in a big old party for Orianna to then shockwave, dropping them low enough for Darius to just go slamming that giant axe through one at a time, picking them up each in turn. However, that's a wombo combo that takes a little bit of prep and setup work to pull off. So we'll see if Spoods Monkeys can actually manage that. Considering their monkeys seems a little potentially unlikely, as Experiment 626 will be considering the last pick up for the team. That's support. What's it going to be paired with the Draven?
Gotta be something spicy. Hard engage, hard damage. There it is.
Xerath.
That's interesting. It's spicy. I mean, a different kind of spice, but...
Yeah,
no,
I definitely like the Xerath more than the Orianna for the support. I was considering for a moment, sending Xerath mid, Orianna support, how would that look? But Xerath's got that free stun, lots of ranged poke. The main thing he doesn't have is anything to help Draven whatsoever. It's literally, Juna, you're left to your own devices. I'm going to do a little bit of poke and Xerath things. Good luck to you.
He's got some stun, but like one skill shot stun, but hopefully the Orianna and the Zac can peel for the Draven, as well as Draven does have his peel, his self peel.
And for the side of Team Grumbus, they picked up the Nico, they picked up the Irelia to round out their composition as well. That's going to be pretty interesting. A lot of engage from them as well, running forward, and good CC between the False Duet and the Roots from Nico. And as
it's definitely going to be a CC heavy. It's definitely going to be a CC heavy team for the Team Grumble, along with the dash in and the hook with Pyke. Virus ulti, making them extremely immobile, and the Nico CC double knockup and ulti combo. For the Vi, with the Vi ulti and an Aurelia CC, it's just going to be a very hard fight for the monkeys.
Alright, well, we are open for betting, everyone. You can do that right now, picking out which team you think is going to be victorious. While you're doing that, we're going to run through the players and their champions. For the side of Grumbus, we've got I'm Kuna picking up the Varus in the bottom lane AD carry role, Mystic Warrior as the support Pyke, Aethra Rising on the jungle Vi, Arcane Vixen with that Nico in the mid lane, and Xeno rounding it out with the Aurelia in the top lane. If Jesse would do the honors of running through Spoods Monkeys.
The Spoods Monkeys. Here we go. We got Marucho on Darius, the Juna on Draven, Orianna is DRF June, and DRF Caboose is on Zac, and then there's the Xerath Experiment 626.
Yeah, and it's going to be a fun time to figure out who you want to put that betting on, considering that on the side of Spoods Monkeys, it's a jungle Orianna. She actually did take that smite for herself, so that means it's most likely a mid lane Zac, as there is still that barrier on the Xerath, so it'll be a Xerath support and a mid lane Zac. We could potentially see the Zac and the Xerath swap, Xerath mid lane, Zac support. But I have a feeling that Xerath with that stun still viable in the supporter position. And if you're running full AP Zac, this is something that hasn't been seen in forever, but pretty darn strong. Lots of powerful jelly slaps. We'll see how that comes down. If you had to pick between Xerath and Zac to take against the Nico in the mid lane, which would you choose?
I definitely have to say, the takedown in the mid between Xerath and Zac. I think Xerath has a lot of max range, so it'd probably be easy for him to poke from far and be sitting safely, as well as getting that mobile ulti off on the bot lane and maybe top rotation. He could just sit there and farm all day without Nico reaching him, because he does outrange her a lot. The only problem is he is immobile, so if Nico can get in there and CC him, he's a goner.
People a little bit afraid to bet high. Just to note, it is exclamation point bet, then exclamation point which side you think is going to be victorious And I'm going to be a little bit spicy and actually vote on red side. Just because, you know what, you got to support the Orianna jungle. Maybe it's making a new meta. We'll find out here shortly. And I'm actually going to see if in the last couple of seconds I can grab a quick snapshot of these compositions to post to Twitter to let everyone know what's going on. There we go. I actually was successful at grabbing that, and we will move on into game number 2 of the night. Grumbus versus Spoods Monkeys with that jungle Orianna. But we've talked a little bit about that. Let's talk instead about the top lane. Irelia versus Darius. Both high carry potential. However, they both have to take a little bit to actually come online. You think about Irelia needing to get her Trinity Force, Darius wanting to get his Black Cleaver, maybe even a second item before truly coming online. How do you think that matchup goes?
I think it's definitely going to be a skill matchup that Darius is going to have to be play carefully, as well as Irelia, because if either one of them pop off, they're both going to be a goner. If Irelia gets that pop off, then Darius is going to just spiral and get behind, as well as Irelia could spiral and get behind. It's a very 50-50 matchup, I think.
And so we'll have to see which one pops off first. If I had to guess, I'd say that Irelia could do that a little bit earlier than the Darius, considering that Irelia has that option to, in the early game, still find those false duets and resets, whereas Darius, yeah, he's got his bleed, which is pretty nice, but he definitely wants that level 6 to truly take over the lane, whereas that Irelia can find her own solo kills before that level 6 comes through. We're into game. We'll see if there's any spicy early game movements by these teams, if they're going into the jungle or do anything crazy.
I think the Darius is definitely going to have to play really until he hits his level 6. He does not want to give that Irelia a kill at all early game.
Until minions spawn.
All right. A little bit of movement positioning ward early for the side of Spoods Monkeys down here, just trying to get a little bit of vision into that pixel brush in case there's any invades, which it doesn't look like there is. I like this movement from the Varus. I'm Kuna, which I gotta move the players to the correct positions. But stepping into this tri-brush, we've seen a couple of times where the other side, red side, will kind of move into this tri-brush, see if they can get an early jump on somebody coming towards that bottom lane after leashing for the jungler. So by stepping in, he not only gets that vision, but now could drop a ward as well and be extra safe. Good stuff from the side of Grumbus' bottom lane.
That's going to be definitely interesting. The Zac is going bot lane, so there is that hard engage for Draven and insane amounts of CC. So it's definitely a better choice.
Alright, well I'm going to go ahead and close the betting. Now that everyone has bet, it's looking like it is 2 bets on red side to the 1 on blue side. So good luck to everyone in that. And best of luck. We'll find out which team actually comes out with the victory as we've started this game off. Nico versus that Xerath. Talked about the low mobility of the Xerath, but his poke is pretty good. Zeno getting a little bit of damage on that top lane, but the bleed is coming down as well. However, those auto attacks are going to win out the trade for Zeno. And he started that corrupting potion. Both actually started that corrupting potion. Darius has an extra stack to go ahead and drink up as well, though. So he might actually come out in the lead if he goes ahead and chugs both of those.
The Zac definitely rotated mid for a gank, which is interesting, so the Draven might have a level lead if he plays safe enough.
Still skirmishing on that top side. Xeno bouncing back for those minions, getting those resets. But one of the nice things about that Irelia, taking advantage at the very beginning of the game, you can see the CS lead that Xeno's already starting to stack up against Maru Chao in that top lane, and that's a great way of finding your leads. There it is, the flawless duet stun coming through, a couple of extra auto attacks as well, dashes forward, there's the surge, and Xeno comes out with first blood in the second game.
And that's exactly what Xeno needs and wanted to get a lead there. She'll have earlier will have an item advantage and gold advantage on that first blood. which is not going to work out in the favor of Darius, who needs to scale.
Bit of a fight in the bottom lane. Kuna down to 200 health. The Ignite taking down onto Juno and the Darius. No, sorry, it's actually Pyke that is able to take away the kill on the Darius. Juno going to fall. A good pick up from Grumbus. However, going on to the Pyke rather than the Varus. Not exactly what you want, but they're going to try to make the engage onto Caboose. Does he have the passive? He does. So those jellies going to be popped. But Mystic Warrior going to be executed by the turret. And so
double execute.
Oh my lord. Obviously, Caboose hadn't done any damage to anyone. Double execution comes through, but Caboose does live. That's a bit unfortunate. One slat would have given him 2 kills, as Vi's going to find out Orianna Juan. This is why you don't want to be jungling as Orianna. However, he's going to see what he can make happen with this Orianna.
They definitely have the synergy bot. Play together, die together. Dive together.
There you go. Die and dive. They rhyme, so that's what you gotta do. Level 4 on this Darius. He's actually got a level above the Irelia, despite having gone down earlier. Flawless duet from Irelia. However, Vi is here as well. That's 2v1. You cannot get escape from that. Aether Rising picking up his first kill of the game.
That was definitely a nice rotation on the Vi jungle and the Irelia to catch out for that kill. Irelia definitely has quite the gold lead now. Sitting around even CS, but has 1 kill, 1 assist. Along with there's 7.9k or 8k on the board for blue side with a 6.1k right now. Three kills up on blue. No towers damage at all yet.
It's just been all about the fighting, the rotations. See what they can continue to do as we've got about a 2,000 gold lead for Team Grumbus. 3-0 at this point. They found all the kills this game. And that's a very early Executioner's calling out of the Irelia, making sure that Darius can't get any really solid healing with that Corrupting Potion in the top lane. And obviously expecting to deal with the Zac as the game gets later as well. So Xeno trying to prep early. We've got the double blades coming out from Varus in that bottom lane, looking for extra damage. Not sure what an archer needs with a bunch of blades, but I guess it looks cool when you got them stacked around your belt. Orianna securing the Scuttle Crab on the bottom side around that Windrake. A little bit of skirmish on that top side. Xeno down to about half health and half mana. I don't know that he's going to go all crazy in. Doesn't have that ultimate up just yet. Level 5, still going to charge in, get a little bit of damage down into Maru Chao, and might actually go in for the finish. There it is, another lunge. Will pick up another solo kill, making Darius 0-3 so far this game. Oh, 2,500 gold lead for Team Grumbus. Arcane Vixen down to pretty low mana in that mid lane. Needs to be a little bit on the safer side. And Spoods Monkeys, this game is not going well for them so far. They really need to kind of calm down, especially that Darius in the top lane. Even if he has to sit back and play safe underneath the turret and lose a bit more CS, it's better than dying and losing all of that CS anyway.
Yeah, as well as the bot lane, they are doing the smart thing right now, locking the lane near their tower, playing it slow and CSing because they are also behind.
That's that good stuff. We'll see if they can keep that up, as Pyke very good being able to pull people out of the turret. Caboose going to be able to drag and get a little bit of a knock up onto Mystic Warrior. He's going to step forward, try to find the hook. Won't find it though. Still goes in looking for the stun. Will only land onto the Zac, who's a bit tanky. Juna grabbing up that whirling blade. Gonna just step back forward. So good harassment out of Caboose. Burns a bunch of spells and lots of nice sidestepping. As Maru Chao gonna fall once again at the top side. It's a level 6 Irelia to the level 5 of the Darius. And just when you got that ultimate advantage, we talked about when you start the snowball, it's really hard to stop it.
Is that Zac looking to jump in, or just looking fancy there? Trying to look a little scary and threatening. They did back off, so I guess it did work.
Yeah, they didn't even have vision, but they kind of felt like something was going to happen, and most of that was because they saw the Xerath running around in that river, so they knew that if they stepped forward, there was the option for Xerath, level 6 now, to come and find not only some damage, but the ultimate to come out as well, so he heads back to the mid lane. Mystic Warrior still seeing what he can do down here in the bottom lane, but on that squishier Pyke, it's very hard to try to make a full-on engage onto the Draven when you're just going to get CC'd to death by Caboose.
Zac looks like he's gonna ulti in here, jump in. I think as there's a disengage there with...
Oh, Kuna going for a 1v1, but the Ignite comes down onto Juno, then flash forward from Kuna to make sure he gets that last auto attack. Great stuff. Ultimate from Caboose, not going to be able to do that much. His passive was popped earlier. Does he have it back up in time? He does not. double kill to the Varus, and good movement by Grumbus in that bottom lane, but also a great TP out of the Irelia from the top lane, bringing some of that power that she's gotten for herself to help out that bottom lane as well. And double kill just continues to grow Grumbus's lead.
Definitely, there's a 4K lead for blue side right now with 7 kills to 0, and they're definitely going for that dragon, which is also going to give them more movement speed, more map mobility, and able to rotate heavily for objectives. At this point, that's exactly what they need.
And when you're that Vi looking to reposition to find that assault and battery, or the Pyke who really wants to find the right angle to get in, make those engages, and position for that ultimate, a Windrake is just perfect for you to be able to grab up. Juan has hit that level 6, so Orianna now has the shockwave, can actually be a bit more effective when trying to come into lanes, but really, Juan hasn't done much when it comes to ganking so far this game.
She definitely needs to start going balls to walls with her ganks. Throwing them out there and ulting in if she needs to make this jungler work, that's for sure.
7 kills to 0. We'll see if Spoods Monkeys can come back from this deficit at this point. It's definitely going to be a struggle. Rift Herald coming up in a little bit. We'll see if Vi decides to prioritize around that, as there's only a little bit of vision from Team Grumbus on that control war on the top side. Maro Chow, level 7 to level 8 of the Irelia, is going to get a lot of damage. A good decimate down. He's going to throw out the ultimate fairly early on. If he gets another good Q, that might actually be a kill. Flashes, and he just sees the auto. Follows to what comes through. The stun lands, but it doesn't matter. The Irelia has fallen, and a great shutdown for Maro Chow.
Look at the Vi countering in.
Come in, tosses out this smite immediately into the assault and battery. Mao Chow hasn't lost that much health. He's got a couple of minions to assist as well. The bleed gonna come through. Does he have the apprehend to pull her back into those minions? She's gonna re-engage herself. He needs to find one more Q. It's gonna get close. The bleed comes down. The Conqueror heal. Mao Chow comes out in the lead. The Rammus thumbs up. Absolutely worth it. What a play on that top side.
Smooth. Like that icon, that's for sure.
Good stuff. Not sure if 626 accidentally found that stun or just godlike predictions, but you could definitely feel the energy has shifted a little bit from Spoods Monkeys with those Darius plays on the top side. I see it now. I see it now. The Darius purposefully fed 3 kills to get a good lead, gold lead on the Irelia, so then he gets the shutdown gold. It's genius. That's that 200 IQ play. I do it all the time on support.
Oh, there's a
Pyke flashing forward. Ooh, good flash from Juan to avoid this stun, but Vi's still going to be chasing down. Draven's here.
Is she going to
throws
throw
up the
an
sand
ulti
aside,
there?
knocks her, slows her just a little bit. Mystic wear down a bit. There's that shockwave pulling Aether Rising in. That Vi going to see what she can do. However, Juan with those shields going to stay alive, so Vi will fall, and now the Zach gonna engage once again. Nice pull. Gonna throw out that ultimate just to try to disengage Irelia. Jumping in onto Xeno. Gonna make Juno fall. Sorry, Xeno jumping in. Has been ignited, but was still able to pick up one. Varus picks up the Xerath as well. They've gotten the stun. Pyke ultimate to take out Orianna. There it is. Ult for ult. Irelia actually steals away the kill onto Darius, and that is a 4-4 none at this point, as Caboose just going to dance a little bit in the mid lane, knowing that he doesn't have much to stop 4 members, and a huge wave from crashing into this first tier
He's just
turret.
he's jumping in. He's flexing a little.
Well, he's got that passive to go through and keep himself alive for a moment longer, but it's not going to be enough to stop anything, and he will fall.
There's definitely a large gold lead happening right now. I think this is going to be the first hour for blue side if they can just pummel through that shield. 22.3, so there's about I would say a 4K gold lead right now. 12 kills on blue, 3 on red. And it looks like they can't quite get the first tower here yet.
One of the things in that early game is that if you have a lot of people on one turret, it gets a bunch of passive armor and magic resistance. So the more people heading away on that turret, the less damage you're going to be dealing to it. So with all 4 members there, they couldn't actually take down all those plates, but they secured a bunch of them, growing that gold lead, as you said. Now we'll see what they decide to do with that. They've secured first items for pretty much everyone on the team besides the Nico. That Irelia completed the Trinity Forest on the top side. Pretty happy about that.
It looks like they're setting up and guarding around that Herald. That's something that's going to be risky and a huge objective to contest right now, because that will definitely throw red into the game a little bit more if they can get that Herald and get a tower in.
Good slow from the Zac as he's joined that Xerath in the mid lane, wanting to maybe help out, get the push down and secure or defend this first tier turret for themselves. As Darius is going to be alone on the bottom side. Pyke going to be coming, and the Varus is here as well. Throws out that ultimate. The root comes through. Nice stand aside onto 2 members. Yuna didn't even know Pyke was coming in, but still falls. That's that ease of access when it comes to Varus' ultimate. As long as you're in range, it's going to be pretty much a free kill. Nice root from Arcane Vixen. Caboose trying to sidestep the damage, walks away, goes ignited, and uses a stopwatch as well. But that is setting up for Pi to hop over the wall, finish off the Zac again. And there's even Arcane Vixen getting ulted by the Xerath. Just picks him off quick and easy.
Making it rain. Clean up crew by the Xerath, that's for sure. The Aurelia trying to get in there.
She's going to go in underneath the turret. How much damage can she deal before going down herself? There's the shockwave pulling her back into the turret range. Shut down for the Orianna. 2-1-0. Orianna jungle. It's the new meta. Are you kidding me? This is unbelievable.
64 CS. It looks like she's going to go for that attack speed item too.
Oh, is it
it's gonna be all about
jungle?
The AA.
Oh my
yes,
goodness.
It is.
I am actually so intrigued. Has got those Predator boots as well. This is so interesting from Juan. In the meantime, in the bottom lane, they found the stun onto Juna, but they're underneath the turret. A good Q from the Varus drops Juna low. However, he's not dead yet. Zac's just going to miss the ultimate, pulling those bottom members of Grumbus into the turret range. So they back away and just clear the wave. There is an Orianna, an AD attack speed Orianna around the corner. She decides, though, to disengage that, walk away for now as Vi is joining her team on the bottom side. 15 kills to 5, a 10 kill lead, and almost 7,000 gold lead for Grumbus.
Insane.
At the 15-minute mark. Go ahead.
It looks like here that they're really trying to get either the bot lane tower or the mid tower. It's very close. No damage for the red side on either blue side tower, so it looks like it's going to be easy first tower here. Looks like it's going to be a race with another Cloud Drake for that speed increase. Hopefully that'll help the jungle AD Orianna move around the map and throw some balls for some ults.
Unfortunately, it's actually the other team that picked up the second win break. Orianna's the side that doesn't have any of those.
Yeah, rip.
Flashing the flawless duet, goes in anyway, throws out that ultimate early. He's still going to be trying to finish off with those bleeds onto Xeno. However, that Aurelia's got a bunch of attack speed and comes out victorious in that fight on the top side. You're just going to have to reconsider when using that ultimate. You really want to use that as a clean finisher. Woo, whirling blades from the Draven comes close. But not quite close enough.
But no cigar.
That's great.
Just a little
no
bit
cigar.
of a tickle.
Top lane turret in trouble. Xeno using a flawless duet to get those resets on across the entire minion wave. Juan coming around from behind.
Is this the gank? Here we go. Is this her? Is she gonna do it?
No.
Oh.
That was a level 9 Orianna to a level 12 7-2 Irelia. I'm sorry, but you gotta look through the multiverse to try to find one of those universes in which that works out.
Oh man.
Caboose flashing the wall, gets himself out alive for now, waiting to use that blast cone. Maybe considering trying to knock back one of the members of Grumbus, but able to escape for now. They lose the bottom lane turret. That is 2 turrets quickly over to Grumbus, continuing to stack up their gold lead. Caboose can be caught out again, tries to get that jump, makes his way to the mid lane with the assault and battery from the Vi, follows through underneath the turret, flashing away. Aether Arising lives for now. A good stun caught by the Pyke, holding 626 in place for a moment. They're going to be stepping forward. Not going to chase in underneath that second tier turret. Mystic Warrior going to get stunned up for a moment. Xerath getting some good damage. Forces the flash out. There comes the ultimate from the Xerath, dropping him low. But he has to cancel it as the Varus is now shown over the mid lane, getting Juan extremely low. The Orianna running away. He's going to throw out the ultimate, catch on to Juna, and will finish off the kill as well, soloing out that Draven. And the pressure mounts in the mid lane turret. However, with the health bars low for Grumbus, they consider backing away.
That was definitely a clutch ulti by the Vi. It threw the tower with the Zac jump. Both clutch, but just slightly outplayed by Vi for that kill pickup under the tower. And first tower.
100% calculated.
Because like 19-5 right now with a huge gold lead still.
Zac engaged, knock up 2 members. The Nico probably going to fall, and he finds himself that kill. Maru Chow seeing what the Draven or the Darius can do. Not gonna be able to catch out Varus just yet. Good poke coming through from Kuna. Draven's gonna have to, or sorry, the Darius. I keep saying Draven when it is the Darius. They're brothers. I get mixed up all the time. The Darius having to head back to the tower. The fountain, as Caboose is gonna be in trouble. Zach dropped passive, not available. Another kill, make it 20 for Grumbus.
This definitely is gonna look like a redemption game if red side's gonna have a slim chance right now.
One in trouble, no chance. The shockwave just gets picked off and dropped. Pyke finding his 3rd kill of the game. And yeah, you're talking about slim chances. Spoods Monkeys, they gotta find themselves the perfect picks to forget all of the shutdown gold. Look at how much shutdown gold is available to them. 400 on the Aurelia, 300 on the Vi, 700 on this Varus. They need to grab these shutdown golds to have a chance at coming back in the game.
I think the only way for them to actually come back is if that Darius gets some kills, maybe in a team fight. And Draven still needs at least 1 kill to cash out. They can't even get a tower right now. 0 towers to 3. That Varus has 6 kills compared to the Darius's 0 kills. Unfortunately, huge lead for Varus on the carries.
So
and Aurelia with 8 kills.
A good way to know that your team's ahead is when you're at a nice 10,000 gold lead somewhere in the game. At this point, Grumbus is 12,000 gold in the lead before the 20-minute mark. To say they're ahead is to put it lightly.
You know, kidding. I checked a minute ago and it was 11k, and they're just getting insane amounts of gold. Like, the margin is just unreal.
Orianna is successful at grabbing that blue buff. Zach's gonna engage. However, his health is dropping super quickly as the Varus is doing what he can to drop Caboose. Nico's the one who actually takes it away with a nice Q. Juan on the run. Nico gonna be running in. So is the Pyke. They can't find the root. We'll see if the hook comes through. Falls to on the top side, but then back to the fight on the bottom side. Juan sidestepping everything, but can't avoid the ultimate out of this Pyke. And Caboose is being defensive. Look at the attack speed coming out from Kuna onto the 2nd tier turret in the bottom lane. He's not doing a ton of damage, but he's got a ton of attack speed. And so it takes down that turret bit by bit, down to about half at this point.
Unfortunately, Pyke is taking on the role of Duncan Darius right now and just dunking Pyke.
Yeah.
Ulti.
Making the Draven look like a donut with that Duncan as 626 gonna fall underneath his own turret. Ooh, a good barrier. Can he avoid the Q? No, he cannot sidestep it. Kuno goes legendary. Zeno trying to fight and survives with that Conqueror on that top side. Finishes off Maoru Chow once again. Super close fight from the Darius, but not enough. And yeah, this is one that you kind of try to scrub out of the history books because it's done and over so quickly. The engage on the bottom side, way out of range of that turret, and you need a bunch of turrets to be your 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th man to help you out at this point. As Caboose gonna fall again, just having a little bit of fun underneath the turret with those dances. They take out the bottom lane turret. They're looking for the inhibitor next. Aurelia's finishing off the top lane inhibitor turret, as well as inhibitor. This game doesn't look like it's going to be lasting much longer.
You can definitely feel the hype train happening on blue side right now. It's just radiating off of them with the 28 kills to 6, 45k gold, 28k, 0 towers for red, and 6 towers for blue. It's just a stomp fest right now, and they know it.
No, this game is so incredibly close. Can you believe it? I think Spoods Monkeys, they might have it. They found the kill onto the Varus. They're going to be engaging onto Mystic Warrior. Oh, they're going to not go in for the kill just yet. They're going to lose that mid lane turret. But you know what? When you get that kill, it's all going to be game over. As Maoru Chow going to try to make the turnaround. They've been waiting for this moment. They kept their top lane turret. The flash forward from Caboose. He's found one hand on Arcane Vixen. Won't get the slap. Lets that Nico go, knowing that, you know what? I don't need to kill this Nico to win the game. I'm sure the Spoods Monkeys have something up their sleeve to turn this game around. I can just feel it.
The Spoods Monkey really trying to get that respect back, and they definitely gained some there with some flashes escaping their engages.
Sorry, Juan. And Caboose, nice try, attempt at the save, but you are ulted by the Assault and Battery from the Vi out of your own ultimate. Aether Rising escaped with less than 100 health. They get the kill
and
on
there goes that respect they gained. Just dunked.
So now the free push from Grumbus through the mid lane. I feel like I might lose some of my XP when I put my money on Spoods Monkeys. I thought they had some crazy secret strategy, but you know what? When your coach is silver, Maybe that's
Someone's
why.
gonna vote for the underdog.
The game's not over just yet. Darius, ooh, nice sidestep. Avoids death at the hands of the Irelia one more time. Standing on a ward, that's what you gotta do. You gotta bait the enemy in. Stand on that ward confidently.
It looks like they're gonna have to rely on the Darius and the Xerath, because the Xerath is the one that is most fed right now with 154 gold and 2 kills out. So that might be their slim chance, and hopefully the Zac can get a little bit tankier before the game can end.
Oh, Zac just gonna miss the knock-up. He's gonna get the slap, but Aurelia's gonna get pulled in by the Darius. She's still so tanky. There's that ultimate Pop Blossom from the Nico, as Maruchao, down to about half health, has to run away. Kuna coming into the bottom side, trying to 1v1, throws out that ultimate onto the Draven. He's got no damage, he's just got a BF sword, and level 2 of boots. There's that ultimate from the Irelia, re-engaging underneath the turret, finishes off the Irelia, the Orianna, finishes off Xeno, takes down the turret as well, and now they can move in, taking their 3rd inhibitor of the game. They want to pick apart Spoods Monkey bit by bit. They're gonna take out the Darius, 8th death this game. MVP, 100% these minions that are desperately trying to defend the Nexus. Can they do it? The Nexus taken down bit by bit. The Fountain finishing off the clone of the Nico as well. But unfortunately, too short range to finish off the members of Grumbus, and they will secure game number 2 in this very, very close game. Look how close this game was. 35 kills to 7.
Insanely close.
3 Drakes to 0. 54,000 gold to 32. Man, this game was on a knife's edge so much.
It was so, like, I had to hold my breath for some of those team fights. I just couldn't tell who was gonna win.
Just unbelievable. I mean, really, could have gone either way. One of those games that you gotta take a moment in the game itself to say everything could come down to this one individual play. And as it were, Spoods Monkeys, they just barely lost out this one. Close game. But with that, we're going to run through the MVPs and honorable mentions. Would you like to do the honors, or do you want to do one each?
We could do one each.
All right, which one do you want to take?
I think I'm going to spice it up a little bit and give a great mention to that Draven for sticking it out the whole game, soloing lane, and having a large amount of patience. He definitely would get my tilt-proof icon if I could give it to him, that's for sure.
All right, why don't you take the losing team, that red side, give an honorable mention and an MVP to players of your choosing.
I think the MVP for red side would have to be the Xerath. He was the only one that was keeping up in the gold. He was trying to keep the game alive. He was making it rain and getting kills where he could.
And you could definitely say that he had the least deaths on the team, and sometimes that's what gives you the MVP, is just the fact that you didn't die as much as your teammates. He also had the highest CS on his team, and look at how much CS he had, 154 over the enemy team support Mystic Warrior, 7 CS to 154. That is just absolute dominance in that disparity right there. Do you have an honorable mention for Spoods Monkeys?
I would like to give an honorable mention to the Darius for playing his heart out, really trying to get some plays in, got a few kills on that Aurelia, and just trying his best.
I will agree with that as well. I love the fact that despite going down 0-4 at the beginning of the game, still found a solo kill against the Irelia. And sometimes it comes down to the opportunity to take that aggressive step forward. If you're beaten down super hard and then you just continue to sit back, continue to bleed out over and over and over again because you're not willing to take that minimal chance to find a bit of success back, you can just easily lose the game off of that. And Darius said, you know what? I know my champion well enough. I will take this 1v1. Found success with it. Now, afterwards didn't find as much success as that one kill, but that one kill in particular was amazing to watch. And then also finishing off the Vi when she came in as well. A 2 for 0 in that top side. Good stuff out of Maruchao on that top side. For the winning team, honorable mention and MVP. Let's give the honorable mention over to I'm going to give the honorable mention to... sorry, this is a bit of a tough one because everyone did really well.
It's a tough one, yeah.
I think I'm going to give
the
the honorable mention to...
and the Aurelia are close, man.
Yeah, I want to give honorable mention to the Varus, even though there were a bunch of other players who did really well. Mystic Warrior, great engages, good hooks. I love that his aggressiveness to dive forward and find those stuns, and only died one time, which, as a support main who's played Pyke quite a bunch, that is a fairly difficult thing to do. But honorable mention, still going to go over to I'm Kuna, and here's the reason why. Sometimes while your team is diving multiple members underneath turrets, going absolutely nuts crazy, and you're the one who says, you know what, I'm just going to sit back and focus on the minion waves and the turrets and the bit more boring stuff that you don't necessarily want to be able to pull off those crazy flashy plays. The Varus did that. Highest CS in the game, as well as still 11 kills. I'm going to check the damage here in just a moment. I think we know who's going to win out on that. MVP to Xeno for absolutely trashing this game on the Irelia. Said, you know what, I'm going to make sure that not any member of the enemy team can touch me. 12, 2, and 7. Absolutely brutal game. And let's check in real quick with those stats, actually. See what the graph looks like when it comes to damage. No! Varus comes out, woo! With 6,000 more damage than the Irelia. Well, that's what you get when you're sitting back and finishing off minions and turrets, as the Irelia is just trying to dance all over the enemy team's graves. Varus is actually doing work. So, you know what? Maybe we should trade the honorable mention MVP after all.
Yeah, he definitely did land a large number of his ultis for everybody to just dominate. Like, he just locked them down, did not let them get anywhere. Easy kills, a lot of potential for jumping around the team for Aurelia to pick up them kills.
Beautiful, beautiful stuff. All right, we're going to take a quick break and be right back with game number 3 of the night. If you want to join in, make sure you get that join !join with your in-game name. If you're new or you want to invite some friends, this is the time to do it so we can get everyone in for game number 3. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere as we take a quick break.